I've been shoved around too many times, man. This is a job I intend to keep, so if you think you've got anything on me, forget it. I'm not going to be pushed around by you or anybody else, so you just keep your big mouth shut. What if she doesn't cough up?
We'll just have to make her, won't we?
Well, you know what they say, when the cat's away.
Fred! You've got to be joking. Listen, I wouldn't trust him with money, but I sure as hell would with another woman.
We better play it cool tomorrow, Blossom. She's getting out.
So you get the money then?
Uh-huh. When I get my hands on it...
What else did she tell you? That I'm an unfit father? That I beat my wife and kids, that's why she left?
Of course not.
Well then, keep your nose out of my business, Mrs. Jackson.
Hello then and welcome to the video. My name's SerenitySoloREACTS and here we are with Prisoner Cell Blockage episode 43. Now, is someone going to go inside to get... Is it Joyce Martin? I think they will. Is Steve going to leave Karen high and dry? I think he will. Is Fletch going to get back with his missus? I can't answer that one, I'm afraid. I don't know much about him. I don't know why they split up. Now, what is this big secret that Fletcher's got that these prisoners are going to torture him with? Has he got PTSD, and is that why, like, can't stand blood like Fletch out of Wentworth? I've just realised as well that Fletcher Wentworth was in the army as well, and that's why he can't stand blood. He had some kind of PTSD from that. So maybe this is kind of working along the same lines, even though it does change things up, what happened in Wentworth to here. It does make it a bit weird having these two run in tandem, same names, different characters, stuff like that, but it kind of makes you think, is this character going to be like that, or is it going to be completely different? You don't know, because they do change things up in both shows. They're not exactly the same all the time, but I am enjoying it as a whole and hope you're enjoying it too. This doesn't do that well, unfortunately, but I'm going to keep it coming because it does have its loyal viewers, and I thank you all so much for sticking by me, I honestly do. So with that, I just want to thank everyone who's subscribed or followed so far. Thank you ever so much, I really do appreciate it. Australians can only see this on Dailymotion, I'm afraid. Either that or Patreon, but Dailymotion is the free platform you can see it on. I have no control over ads on that. I did want to just put it where the bars went over, well, two of them. It's not giving me no choice to add them where I want to, unfortunately, so I hope you're not getting too many. If you are, embed the video. There are tutorials on YouTube how to do it. I do thank everyone who has, because you're helping me out, you're helping my channel out, you're helping my mental health out, you honestly are. And to my Patreon members who do get exclusive shows, which will be up on the screen now, 8 per month right now, going up to 12 per month later this year. And also I'm thinking of doing a long running day like Fridays on YouTube there as well, like long running shows. So that'll be like Murder, She Wrote, Dallas, things like that. And also ad-free and uncensored early access to all my shows as well, by at least a month, depending on tier. The tiers are up now, so you'll see more or less what they are. You don't see everything in there because some of them are very long descriptions. But yes, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I love you lots no matter what tier you are. So with that, let's get on with the video.
Hey, Monty, would you do me a favour?
Depends what it is.
I really hope she says no.
I've been thinking about what you and B said about the money, you know, about having to hide it real good.
Yeah?
My old man's a real demon, you know, he can smell money a mile off.
So?
So, I don't reckon I've hit it too good.
What do you want me to do about it?
You'll be getting out of here soon, won't you? Well, if I give you a piece of the action, do you reckon you could move it to a safer spot for me?
So 2 or 3 more episodes for money, do you think? Possibly? I don't know. Let me just adjust this. Is that better? That's no better, is it? Where my microphone is. Is Donnie going to get her comeuppance? That sounded well.
Get ready were in the army, you wouldn't even notice it.
Lenny. Come on, Lynn, you got to talk to me sometime.
You've lost a friend you wanted to keep, love.
All right, Anderson, come on, up you get. No point lying in there on your own.
Go jump.
That'll do, Doreen.
You're in enough trouble, Anderson, without adding insubordination to the list.
The governor wants to see you after breakfast.
What about?
Oh, I'm sure you know.
I just hope you get what's coming to you.
Are they going to think she lagged?
Hurry up and get dressed.
Lenny.
Look, stop calling me that. I lost my work release because of you, and Lizzie took the blame for something she didn't even do. So you weren't even big enough to own up to it, so just leave me alone.
Come on, Lenny. Dor didn't make me do it, so let's forget the whole thing, eh?
No.
I won't forget it.
Mrs. Davidson says she won't stop your parole, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
She better not.
You're a bit hard on Doreen, weren't you?
What'd you expect?
No.
What are you trying to do? Freeze set it ourselves.
Stop complaining, Smith. You're lucky you've even got heating.
You call this heating? It's all right for you lot. You can go home to warm beds.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter whose.
You're just out of condition, Smith.
How would you know, Fletch?
Maybe Mrs. Jackson could talk to Dr. Miller about keeping us in condition.
Ooh, what's got into you? Thought you didn't care about him anymore.
I don't.
Yeah, well, just because your fancy lawyer friend's giving you the brush, no need to make everyone else's life a misery.
Since
She
when did
doesn't
you
know that
start
yet.
caring about a screw's feelings?
Since I found out that some of them have got a few more than some of the idiots in here.
Good morning.
Oh, belt up, Monty.
What did I do?
Oh,
Oh, good morning, Monty.
yeah, thanks.
I thought it was too.
Hey, Monty,
Oh, God, what do you want?
did you sleep on it?
I slept on it.
And?
Find yourself another mug.
Thank you.
But all I want to do is get back with Fred. I'm not doing nothing that's going to land me back in here.
Oh, but think of the loot. Look, name your price and it's yours. Within reason.
Don't need it.
But it's easy money. Come on, use your head, will you?
She wouldn't know how.
And I always thought you did your trumpeting behind people's backs.
Being a hunk of blubber, I thought you'd want to know. I'm not giving any more handouts to save the whale. Go and run before I sit on you and squash you!
Oh, come on, Monty, think about it a bit more.
I'll bag it, will you?
Oh, damn.
She tried to stop another girl's parole, Mrs. Davidson. Surely that calls for disciplinary action.
I
I
agree.
intend to take action, Mr. Fletcher, but I shall listen to what she has to say first.
If we don't make an example of her, other girls will be doing the same thing.
And she stole
As I
pills.
recall, you wanted to make an example of Lynn Warner.
Yes, well, that was an understandable mistake.
Yes. In future, I shall trust my own knowledge of these women rather than taking the advice of someone who has only been here 2 minutes. Come in. I have been told that you were the one who planted the letters and tablets in Lynn Warner's things. Is that true, Doreen?
Yeah.
Why? Had she done something to upset you?
Lynn's a friend of Doreen's.
I see. It was a stupid and very cruel thing to do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm moving you back to the laundry. Lynn can work in the garden until her parole. It won't hurt for you both to be separated for a while.
Well,
I suggest we move one of them to another dormitory as
yeah,
well.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, I didn't mean to hurt her.
I think Doreen's learnt a lesson.
No.
All right. You can go, Doreen.
Erica. What happened to this tough Erica that we used to have? I bit my tongue.
You call that discipline?
There is such a thing as too much discipline.
This sort of sick behaviour has got to be stopped.
What do you suggest we do? We can't put every woman in a single cell.
Besides, Lynn will be paroled soon. There's no point in disrupting the rest of the women for such a short period.
Very well. But it's something we should watch in future. Now, the women have got far too much time on their hands. That's why they play these stupid games.
If you have a solution to the problem, I shall be only too happy to hear it.
Volleyball. Oh,
Well, there's another matter I'd like to discuss
that
with you.
bad English.
Joyce Martin. The police still haven't recovered the money from that robbery.
And?
Well, I'd like to ask her a few more
That
questions.
bad English accent.
I was here when you questioned her
workout lady.
before. I will not have the women coerced into any rash statements under pressure, Mr. Fletcher. This is not a police department, but if anything positive comes to my attention, I will make sure the right authorities are advised. Thank you, Mr. Fletcher. Mrs. Jackson.
going to think she lagged
Yeah,
though.
you too. Sure. Oh, Lynn, have you heard about your parole?
Well, they said it could come through today.
Oh, that's great. You'll get it.
Hi, Lynn.
Oh, after all the trouble Doreen's got me into.
Well, at least they know it wasn't your fault.
I couldn't stand it if they turned me down, Karen.
I know. Look, don't be too hard
I don't
on
think they
Doreen.
will.
I can't talk. I wasn't very good with Frankie, but she didn't mean it. She didn't set out deliberately to hurt you. I better go.
I thought they would have put you in solitary.
I'm not allowed to work in the garden with you anymore.
Good.
Oh, but you've got to listen to me, Lynn. I missed you, that's all. I got lonely.
So she sent her
I
to
know what I'd done
solitary.
to you was rotten, but don't hate me. Lynn? Oh, don't look at me like that, please.
You touch me again, I'll report you.
You're my friend.
I wouldn't be friends with you if we were the only two in here.
Is Frankie version 2 going to come back?
Hey, Monty, you got a sec?
Oh, what do you want this time?
Your eyes are better than mine. How about threading that for me, huh?
Struth, you are bloody useless.
Look, there's no way you'll get caught. All you got to do is move it from one place to another. We're the only ones who'll know.
You never let up, do you?
Oh, what were you going, will you?
Hey, what'd she say? What do you think I'm doing back here?
Oh, there's no need to snap me head off. I only asked.
Yeah, well, if you used your head for once, you wouldn't have to ask such dumb questions.
Yeah, if you didn't do such dumb things, we wouldn't have to ask any questions. Look, you got no one to blame but yourself.
Why is she
so
not-
put it down to experience and dry up. Pity you don't follow
She
your
has
own
to teach
advice,
her a lesson.
Smith. I've got some advice for you too, Vera. You want to hear it? I think we've all heard what little you have to say about 1,000 times. Oh, she's sharp this morning, girls. The new deputy governor keeping you on your toes, is he, Vera? You're wanting the governor's office, Ferguson.
Oh, good. What am I supposed to have done this time? Hey, maybe she's heard about my parole.
You'll find out soon enough. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't let people like you out on the street.
That's because you can't live without me, Vera.
Get going. Good luck.
Break an arm, faggy.
It's a leg, stupid.
Oh,
What happened
won't
if
seem
Fred
the same without
more
money.
charges?
Yeah.
You will be released at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Oh.
You'll hardly be
No.
a model prisoner. I shan't be sorry to see you go.
Yeah, that goes for me, too.
I can only hope you will do better on the outside.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. I never want to see another screw again as long as I live. And I mean see, not have.
You got a filthy mouth, Ferguson.
It's all in your mind, Miss Bennett.
That's enough. Now get out.
She could stop you parole for insubordination, you know,
Sure.
money.
Well, that one won't stay out of trouble for too long.
You'd better bring Lynn Warner in, please, Miss Bennett.
Oh no, it's not parole now, is it? It's release, whole release.
Warner?
What'd you say
The
about
board
parole?
has approved your parole, Lynn. You will be released tomorrow afternoon.
Are you staying out this time, love? Hope
That's
so.
fantastic.
If you like, I'll see that your parents are told.
Oh, thank you.
You will have to report to the parole board for the next 3 months, but you can do that from home. You were sent back here once. I trust there won't be a next time. It's not going to be easy, but that's up to you. You're young. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't throw it away.
No, Mrs. Davidson.
That's all, Lynn.
Thank you.
Oh, before you go, Miss Bennett, how do you think Mr. Fletcher is getting along?
I still think it was a mistake sending a man like that to do a job like this.
In what way?
He's got no idea how to handle the women.
You seem quite pleased with the way he handled Joyce Martin.
I'm not questioning his ideas on discipline, just his attitude.
Well, I'm a little more concerned about his ideas. I don't want any unnecessary badgering or bullying.
I'll keep an eye on him.
I wasn't suggesting we should spy on him, Miss Bennett. If we continue to show him how we do things here, perhaps he will come around to our way of thinking.
You could be right, Mrs.
Could
Davidson.
take a while.
Wait till I get my hands on him, Ruff. Watch out, friend.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my hands on him too heavily if I were you, otherwise you'd be up for assault again.
Oh, good, that's the furthest thing from me mind. Besides, I don't bear a grudge here, but Fred might. Fred was never one to bear a grudge either.
You better let him know you're getting out.
No way. I wouldn't miss seeing the look on his face for quids.
Yeah, but it might be the other way round.
Huh?
Well, you know what they say, when the cat's away.
Fred! You've got to be joking. Listen, I wouldn't trust him with money, but I sure as hell would with another woman. I mean, nobody would look twice at him.
I think that's Martha. Is she going to
Has
say
he ever come
something
to visit you?
about this money?
Perhaps he thinks I'm still crooking him. Put him in here. And I'll prove different once I'm out.
Yes, what? My pearls come through. I'm getting out tomorrow.
Oh, good on you, love.
There you are. I told you the governor become good tonight.
Maybe some more luck rubbed off on you, eh?
She shouldn't have said anything in case Doreen does something again.
The noisemaker and the rainmaker.
Thank you very much, Beatrice.
Anyway, we'll have a jam session tonight and celebrate.
You lot can't be trusted by yourselves for 5 minutes, can you? Now, come on, back to work, you. Back to the garden.
Oh, come on, Fletch. She's getting out tomorrow.
As long as she's in here, she'll do as she's told.
Boy, standing over little girls must make you feel real tough, eh, Fletch?
It's Mr. Fletcher to you, and if you don't start that press, I'll just find something else for you to do.
Oh, God, I've done me battling.
Excitement! The old ticker's gone and went on me again,
I'm
Mr.
going to say.
Oh, God, me head. Look, I've just got to see the doc and do something about
I'm
it.
saying surprised Lizzie hasn't done anything.
Nobody is going anywhere.
Well, I reckon we've done about enough work for today, eh, girls?
All right, suit yourselves. You can do it tonight, then. No celebration.
Touche.
You wouldn't believe this.
What?
This letter to Joyce Martin. I thought it was written by a child, but it's from her aunt. Oh, it's no wonder they end up the way they do.
Oh, really, Vera?
Meg, did Mrs. Davidson speak to you about Mr. Fletcher?
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be worried about him.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Meg, you know what I'm talking about. And you don't like him any more than I do.
Look, he doesn't upset me unduly.
No, he's got a chip on his shoulder a mile wide.
He may have problems.
Like what? What do you know about him?
Nothing. Nothing. It's just a feeling, I guess. He may have family problems.
We've all been through those, but we don't bring them to work.
Just
George?
wait here, please. It's Mr. Ferguson. Wants to see his
Really?
wife.
Monica Ferguson's husband. Well, it's not visiting hours.
He says it's urgent.
Well, he'll just have to wait.
Well, I told him that, but he said it's the only time he's got to see her. Look, it's her last day.
Excuse me.
Fletcher's just got in
I've
trouble
to
for
see my
bending the
wife.
rules.
It's a matter of life
Which
and death.
Erica did. Now they're doing.
All right, I'll get her. Take over, Mrs. Jackson.
Thank you, madam. You're reading everybody's personal mail?
Look, I think you can take Mr. Ferguson to the interview room.
This way, please, Mr. Ferguson.
He has no idea of our prison lunch, does he? They've took the no smoking sign down. They've got wires. People are not listening to it.
G'day, love.
Fred! Freddie, love, you great big liar!
Ferguson, you know the rules. No physical contact.
Oh, look, I was just telling the girls about how I was going to surprise you when I get out tomorrow.
Give it enough for somebody else.
Surprise, but who cares? It's so good to see you. Gee, your face healed up real well. I thought I'd broken your nose this time, but you always did know how to roll with the punches. You know, I was just telling B.
Monica,
Smith
love,
the other day
shut
about
up
how
for
you
2 seconds, will you?
Okay, lovey.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to need your help. I didn't want to bother you about anything, but...
Go on, Freddie. What's a wife for?
Well,
Not bashing
after you
you.
got put in this place, well, I felt bloody rotten about the whole thing.
Oh, over and forgotten.
Yeah, well, I had to drown me sorrow, so I got mixed up with some bad company.
Gambling?
You're not in any trouble, are you, Fred?
Oh, it wouldn't have happened if you'd have been around. You know I can't help myself. I needed you, love. I run up some debts on the trots.
Lost all the money?
I should have known. So what? Money be
Lost the
coming through
shop.
for the shop soon. I'll fix them up and we'll forget all about it. How much you in for?
$12,000.
What? You stick! Please, you kill me! Get back to that table or out you go, Ferguson.
You thieving little runt!
I should have you round when she gets out.
Well, any more outbursts and you'll have to leave.
Oh, I'm real sorry, Petal, but you weren't there.
Yeah, I bet that's not where all the money went. How much that suit you're wearing cost you?
Oh, I wanted to look good for you, sweetheart.
He's going to get more than 12,000 for the shop, though.
I've got a good mind to let you get out of this mess yourself.
Oh, but you don't know what this bloke's like. My life won't be worth 2 bob if I don't cough up. I've got to get the money to him in 2 days or he's going to do me in. Oh, please. Petal?
She's going to do that job for Joyce.
Ah, come on, Doreen. No point in moping about. Got any ideas for the party tonight?
Well, it's going to be welcome back money.
How about you and me doing one of our little numbers, eh?
No, I don't want to. Thank God for that.
I'll knock his flaming block off.
Now, what's got into you?
You know who my visitor was? Fred. Good old Fred.
Geez, Monty, you're within 5 minutes and you want to pulverise him.
You know what he's gone and done? He's got himself into debt with some bookie for $12,000. It's up to me to get him off the hook.
You gonna do it?
Oh, I love him, don't I? God knows why. Anyway, I'll have a bit over when I sell the shop.
Yeah, but it won't leave you with much.
Been flat broke before.
Bloody men. You can't leave him alone for 10 minutes.
If you ladies can't work and talk at the same time, then I suggest you just work.
And tote that barge, lift that veil.
See, might want to keep the shop up bar.
Bit extra cash wouldn't hurt.
A husband for that?
Well, I'll move it for you. It's going to cost you plenty.
Fletcher's wife here. Swear to God, if Martha Grasses.
How'd you go, lover?
Are we going to celebrate
It's
tonight?
swindling
You
her.
mean she came through?
Yep. Just as well I saw her today. If I'd have waited till she got out, I'd be mincemeat. Phew. She hasn't changed a scrap. Phew. What a temper.
Welcome back, Monica times
Women
2.
just don't know how to treat a man.
We better play it cool tomorrow, Blossom. She's getting out.
So you get the money then?
Uh-huh. When I get my hands on it.
I hope Vader saw that, or somebody. I wouldn't say Fletch, but he's in the laundry.
You'll be able to buy me another little present.
But I just got you this.
Do you know I like my cars as hot as my men?
So he's swindling money, she's swindling him.
It's all right, I'm giving him the slip. The bastard's watching me like a hawk.
Yeah, we better be quick, though. We're due back at work in a minute.
I'm warning you, Monica. You try and run off with that money and I'll dob you into my husband's mate so fast.
That's so loud,
your
love.
life won't be worth living.
All I want for my trouble is 20 grand.
20 grand? Are you off your rocker?
Yeah, well, you got away with 150.
It's a
didn't you?
risk.
What's 20?
Thought you only needed 12.
20 or no deal.
Okay, but you better not cross me.
Where do I have to pick it up from?
It's at me Auntie Madge's.
You mean somebody else knows where it is?
Oh, don't worry
Was that
about
the
her.
answer
She's
you wrote
back
to
in
her?
the
Well, look,
centre.
thanks, Joycey, but I'm packed by myself. There's not much here, really.
You're packing a bit early, aren't you, Ferguson?
Oh, well, you know how it is, Fletch. When you're having a holiday and having fun, you collect so much stuff.
Outside, Martin.
I'm on my lunch break.
Outside. You and Ferguson have got a lot to talk about?
Yeah, we got a lot in common.
Oh, it's a pity she's getting out tomorrow. Or is that what you were talking about?
Beg yours?
Maybe you need her to check on that stolen money.
Good money.
He's still on about that, eh? Look, if I had all that money, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her, and that's not very far, is it, Mr. Fletcher?
All right, Ferguson, back to work.
See, it's not stupid.
I'd like a word with you, Martin. Alone. You and Mr. Fletcher seem to be getting on rather well.
So?
Well, you knew him before, didn't you?
Not that I can remember.
Well, then you've got a bad memory. When you first arrived here, you said you did.
No, I said my husband, Harry, did. He was serving a bit of time in Pentridge when Fletcher was a screw there.
Well, you also said that you'd heard something about him when he worked there. What was it?
Is she trying to get him out now?
No. No, Harry wouldn't like me to snitch on a friend, even if he is a screw. Excuse me, Miss Bennett. I've got to get back to work.
That doesn't sound like Karen.
Well, I didn't imagine it.
I'm not saying you did. Look, some of the women are sending me up too, but I ignore it.
This wasn't just fun.
The moment they know they can get under your skin, the more they're going to try.
All right, I won't mention it again.
And well, I feel like telling the whole world.
The world seems to know already.
Why can't they issue us with regulation slippers instead of these great clodhoppers?
How's the head?
What?
Well, after the knock the other day, any headaches or side effects?
No, never felt better.
Come on, Lizzie. You're late.
All right, Miss Bennett. I've only got one pair of hands.
They must eat prison food. Yeah. Look at them.
Joyce Martin tells me you and her husband are friends.
He was an inmate at Pentridge when I was there, that's all.
Here you are, Mr. Fletcher.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Miss Bennett.
At least that'd explain why you allowed him to visit Martin twice in 1 week.
What are you driving at?
We treat everyone equally here, Mr. Fletcher.
It was an honest mistake.
Oh, really? Martin doesn't seem to think so.
Finish, Lizzie?
Oh, just going, Miss Jack.
Your honest mistake almost ended up in Martin being kidnapped. Seems like he's got something to hide.
Oh, give it a rest, Vera. You know nothing about him.
Do you?
Yeah, not much, but I think he's trying to do a good job.
So?
I've got to get back to work.
Yes.
Where's the food? Oh, the finished those. It's fine.
I reckon if he hadn't been such a gentleman, he would have clobbered Vera right there.
Hey, Joyce, can't you remember anything your old man said about him?
Oh, who listens to Harry? Were they real good friends?
I was just steering up Vera.
Yeah, well, I hope they kill each other.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Doreen. If we can keep Fletcher and Vera at each other's throats, it'll keep them off our back.
That's a good one.
So, what's this then, a stop work meeting?
Yeah, we're thinking of upping our holidays to 5 weeks.
She may as well get a name now.
Back to work. Come on.
She's in it fairly often.
I want to see the governor.
What for?
I've got a sick friend and I want to send a telegram.
Oh, well, you can see her later on this afternoon.
She's gonna grass.
Hi.
Hi.
Feel like going out tonight?
No, all I feel like doing is having a stiff drink and putting my feet up.
Not one of your better days, huh?
I'm just sick of all the emotional undercurrents around here.
See, that's one good thing about working. When you get home, you're happy to be home. Put your feet up.
Now, who's
Relax.
it going to? And the message?
Get better real soon. Wish I could visit.
What?
I haven't figured that out yet.
You haven't? Well, God, what have you been doing all this time?
Trying to talk you into moving it.
Well, you better decide what I'm moving it to pretty damn quick.
What are you doing with those boxes?
They're for the party. The governor knows all about it.
On your way,
Vodka?
Ferguson. You've been doing quite a bit of talking, Martin.
No law says I've got to take a vow of silence.
I've been shoved around too many times, Martin. This is a job I intend to keep, so if you think you've got anything on me, forget it. I'm not going to be pushed around by you or anybody else, so you just keep your big mouth shut.
It's got to be something big then.
Maureen? Party's about to start. Aren't you coming? You're really going to miss her, aren't you? Look, you've got to learn when to let go of someone, Doreen. Even if it hurts. And it will. Reacting the way, say Frankie did, that doesn't help anyone. It's the difference between loving somebody and being in love. The difference between a friendship and a relationship. Do you understand what I mean? Look, I wanted to be friends with Frankie, but she wanted more. She ended up with nothing. You can't force a person into loving you.
She ended up with a bullet.
Oh, no,
They shared some intimacy.
up in here. You still want to be friends with Lynn, don't you? Well, then show her that's all you want.
She hates me.
I don't think so.
You blame her?
Look, start by showing her that you can act like an adult. You're not a child anymore.
How do I do that?
We're back to the Wentworth Variety Hour.
More respect for my body and my feet. I'll have you know I'm pretty good at it. Fred and me one hit the spot once. Really? Who led?
What are you gawking at?
What are you supposed to be?
I didn't know it was fancy dress.
Oh, I reckon you look real lovely, Dor.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Yeah, it makes you look 5 years older. Well, come on, you lot. It's supposed to be a party. Get a move on.
Here, come on. I'll take you to the latest steps, eh?
I wouldn't forgive her.
Glad about your parole.
Before my time.
Oh, thanks.
What are you going to do when you get home?
I'll just work on the farm, I guess.
Oh, nice to get away, I hope. Nice soak in the bath.
Would you mind if I wrote to you? I mean, to you?
Must be missing one with all the showers.
Would you like something to eat?
I'd love some.
Geez, you useless Doreen.
Hey, step in.
The high heels you're wearing.
Top dog
you
again
ought to
now.
stick to your sand shoes, Doreen. More your style.
Oh, shut up! Why do you pick on her like that?
You a mother? Or should I say, new lover?
You're revolting.
Want to make something of it? No, but maybe I do. Can't you take a joke if it's funny? You
Come on,
don't think
B.
she's funny? No, I don't.
Doreen!
I'm not going to say poor Doreen after what she did. Screw her.
Show 'em.
Thought she was going to rip its head off then.
Doreen, are you all right?
Yeah, of course.
She won't make fun of you anymore. Bea made sure of that.
I can stand on my own 2 feet, you know.
I really liked your hair that way.
We'll never see each other again, will we?
Well, I'll be on the farm, but I'll think about you.
Will you stay with me tonight?
It says you can't visit.
But it's the last night.
It'd only make things worse.
No, it wouldn't. I just want to be with you.
No!
I love you, Lynn.
I'm going back to the park.
I think she mistakes love for strong friendship. Or the other way round, should I say? I think anyone who's shown her that much friendship she'd be in love with.
Right, it's time you took a bit of pride in yourself. You're all out of condition.
Is he going to put on some army drills?
From this morning, every morning, there'll be half an hour exercises.
What are you going to do tonight?
To begin with, we're going to run once around the garden. Lizzie, you can be excused if you want.
I can keep up with this lot.
Yeah, well, I can't.
Why not?
I got a bone in me leg.
That's the one in the head.
Right on that double, run!
Anyone care to join me for a stroll around the garden?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
I said run!
This time of year. Warner, I've got a message for you.
Walking
I reckon we ought to
is
hear this, girls.
exercise.
Get back in line!
You don't mind if we listen to this, do you, Miss Bennett? After all, Lynn is one of the family.
This won't take a minute, Mr. Fletcher. Your father phoned. You're booked on the 4 o'clock bus. He'll pick you up at the other end.
Oh, terrific.
Now get inside and pack.
You lot are going to do these exercises if it takes all day.
So I'm guessing that's it with
What a
Butterfield and
shame.
Jeffrey
I've
then.
gone and twisted my ankle.
You're not fooling anyone, Smith.
Oh, geez, Miss Bennett, you can see she's in pain.
We don't stop the women seeing the doctor if they've got a legitimate complaint, Mr. Fletcher. Regulations.
And you think this is legitimate?
Oh! Take her to see Dr. Miller.
Oh!
You're off.
Is it wise to try and one up the deputy?
I got to see him too.
And what's the matter with you, Birdsworth?
Women's complaints. Get moving, Birdsworth.
Oh, you're
The
a real
70s.
understanding woman, Miss Bennett.
I have to get ready for university, Miss Bennett.
All right, Travers.
Well, what about us? Why should the rest of us be the only ones stuck out here?
Go on, get out of my sight.
I wouldn't have done it, I'd have stuck by my guns.
I would have given you more credit, Miss Bennett. You don't make a fool of me as easily as that.
I don't think you need any of my help, Mr. Fletcher.
If it's their respect you're after, you won't win it that way.
Respect is something I don't have to worry about.
Yes, well, don't try and undermine my authority too often, Miss Bennett.
I think you'll find I was acting by the book, Mr. Fletcher.
Can I come in?
Oh, sure.
Well, I guess you'll be gone by the time I get back.
Oh, I guess I will. Remember the first day we got in here? I don't think I stopped crying once.
Okay, she'll never forget. Well, when you had your hand in the press.
Take care.
Well, Kevin's not going to be far behind.
She'll be back. She hasn't got what it takes.
I don't think she will be this
I think
time.
she has. She'll make it.
All we have to do is add a bit of fuel to the fire and sit back and watch those two burn each other up.
Oh, we'd cop it if they ever started green.
Oh, no need to worry about that. Vera's too keen on getting her old job back.
What's the safest place you can think of to hide stolen money?
Are you going to tell me, or do we have to play 20 questions? Can't a person have a private conversation without you hanging around big ears?
Who wants to hear what you're got to say anyhow?
A bank, right?
Can't
All
do
you've got
that.
to do is open a safety deposit account in my name. Just make sure you get the key back to me.
Oh, and how am I supposed to do that?
Oh, come on, if you can't figure out a way to smuggle in one lousy little key.
Martha, there's
Can't
a
come
visitor for
back.
you. Why isn't Doreen Anderson here?
She wasn't feeling too good. Went to see the doc.
I reckon it was all them exercises she did this morning.
From what I hear, you didn't exactly strain yourselves. Keep an eye on Doreen, will you?
You walk like 20 foot.
Sure. Maybe I better go and check on her.
Oh, she'll be okay. You know, Dor, she always bounces back.
Could have put it on the teddy. I thought she gave up with the teddy.
By the way, your friend got the telegram. It made her day.
She's getting out of hospital 2 o'clock this afternoon.
So quick.
Come on, Meg, you
Didn't
know
know
this.
myself until the last minute.
Oh.
Anyone picking her up?
I don't know.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
For money.
Do you know Monica Ferguson?
Monica Ferguson? No?
Oh, well, doesn't matter. Just that I thought she said she knew you, that's all.
Oh, before I forget, we've got your birthday present. But we'll keep it till you get out if you like.
No worries.
Just screw you over, Martha. I hope Martha gets killed for this.
She told some woman called Monica Ferguson. Ferguson gets out today, 2 o'clock on the dot.
What if someone meets her?
Jesus, then you'll just have to follow her until you can get her by herself.
What if she doesn't cough up?
We'll just have to make her, won't we?
No
money
rough
floors
stuff
would-
unless you have to, Vinny.
No Sheila's gonna stop me getting the money.
choice has so far. So he's failing.
Oh, God. Hope he's at home. Well, you should have arranged for him to meet you when he was here yesterday.
That's the whole point. I don't want him to meet me.
Oh, come on, come on. Hello, Fred. What do you mean, who is it? It's Monty, you little twerp. Here, well, see, we're allowed to make this call on the last day in case we need to arrange a lift or anything, but that's what I want to talk to you about, love. There's no need for you to pick me up. But you don't need to, Fred. I said you don't bloody have to. Oh, look, sweetie, it's just so I want to get you a little prezzy. No, Fred, I'm not going to tell you. It's Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to see my husband, Jim Fletcher. Is that possible?
Fred, yes, of course. I'll get him for you straight away.
Could you tell him it's important? I have to see him.
Okay? Yes, I will. Would you like to take a seat?
To see you, Fred.
Oh, hang on. I've got to go, Fred. Bye. Oh, you screws are all alike. Oh, it's the last time. That's enough.
Why would she want to turn up there if they've got nothing to do with each other?
When you're finished, report to reception. Check your cell to make sure everything's in order.
Look, I'll hardly be walking off with a keepsake.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher. Your wife is down at reception. She'd like to speak to you.
Haven't got time.
Oh, well, I can take over.
Tell her I'll ring her tomorrow.
Well, she said it was important.
Mrs. Jackson, I don't want to see my wife while I'm working.
One of the kids might be sick.
What the hell are you doing in there, Anderson? You've got 2 seconds to get back to work.
I'm staying here.
You can go quietly or take the consequences.
Oh, yeah? Come on, you just try it. You lay a finger on me and I'll kick your bloody head in.
Doreen, stop it. Now, what's going on?
Arthur's gone in solitary now.
What's she done?
She's meant to be working, and she refuses to do as she's been told.
I gave her permission to stay here.
You what?
She wasn't feeling well, so I excused her from work.
All right.
Are they all undermining
There
Jim?
better not be a next time, Anderson.
Are they meaning to?
Thanks, Mrs. Jackson. He's a pig.
That's quite enough out of you. Don't ever expect me to do that again. And the next time an officer tells you to do something, you will do it. And if I ever hear you swearing at an officer again, I'll be the one to put you in solitary. Now, is that clear?
Yes, Mrs. Jackson.
You've got 5 minutes.
Acting tough's not going to change anything, Doreen.
It was his fault. He's out to get me.
Just stay out of his way.
Oh, who cares?
You hate solitary, you know that. Look, you've still got Bea, Lizzie and Karen. You'll soon forget about me. I thought I had another rib. Oh.
Dog.
Doesn't matter, I didn't want it anyway. I'll write as often as I can, I promise.
Well, let them have that one too. It's
Forget
pointless just
about me
having
as
one.
soon as you get back to your mum and dad.
No, I won't. I can hardly wait to see them. You'd really like Mum. I wish you could meet her. Just think, tomorrow night, a home-cooked meal, my very own room. I can hardly believe it.
Well, you can stick your stupid room.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Fletcher. Your husband's very busy at the moment. He said he'd ring you at home.
Didn't you tell him it was important?
Yes, I did.
He didn't want to see me, right?
Excuse me, I've got to...
I've been trying to ring Jim for the past couple of days, and every time he hears it's me, he hangs up. I just got to get through to him.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Fletcher. I can't help.
Look, I know I'm putting you in an embarrassing situation, and I'm sorry, but could you at least pass a message on for me?
Why don't you write to him? I just don't
Yeah, leave him
think
a
that I
note.
should get involved.
Oh, if I wrote, he'd only tear it up. Please. I'm only trying to protect the family.
You know, Miss Bennett, I reckon it's real nice of you to let us say goodbye to those two, especially after Fletch turned us down. You ought to tell him to loosen up a bit.
Well, Mr. Fletcher hasn't been here long enough.
You sure you won't get into trouble with him, Miss Bennett?
I think I know more about Wentworth than he does.
It's good to know who's still boss around here.
Just hurry it along.
Okay. Righty-o, you lot, I want to say a couple of
Manipulation,
words.
Vila.
Sharp. First off, I think we should say thanks to Miss Bennett for letting us see off our mates. Okay. All right,
One of
now,
the only
Molly, I
times
know
to
we've
get
had our
applause.
ups and downs.
Oh, look, I'm big enough not to hold it against you, Bea.
Yeah, well, I reckon we're all going to miss seeing you around. Mainly
She's
because
gonna
it's
be
very
back.
hard to miss seeing you at all. But look, I've got one thing to say to you and one thing only. Next time you want to bash Fred up, for goodness sake, kiss and make up afterwards so he doesn't press charges, will you? And Linny, well, I reckon we've straightened you out enough for you to behave yourself from now on.
How many sad tunes has she had?
Go home and stay home. Wouldn't you know it? She's crying.
No, I'm just happy.
Come on, Smith. That's enough time.
Really?
Oh, look after yourself, you old dear.
Oh, you breaking me ribs, you big buffoon!
Keep in line, Beth.
It's all right. Good luck, Molly.
No worries.
Bea, have you seen Doreen?
I reckon she's getting it out of the system, love.
Say goodbye to her for me and take care of her.
Is it 2 o'clock? I thought this was the night before.
She'll be all right. Just make sure you never come back here, all right?
I don't think she will.
I've been looking for you.
I felt like a break. Is my wife gone?
Uh-huh.
Good.
It's, none of my business, but I think you should go to see her.
Oh, you do you?
Look, your personal life doesn't interest me, Mr. Fletcher, but I told your wife I'd give you a message.
Go on.
Well, it was the other night, the night I think you went out with Greg. She said you went to her house. You'd had a little to drink that
Yes,
you...
I was drunk. I was raving drunk, Mrs.
Yeah,
Jackson.
that
Is that
wasn't
what
the
she told you?
message.
And I wanted to see my kids.
She said she doesn't want them to see you like that. It was after 1 in the morning.
They're my kids. I've got a right to see them whenever I want to.
She said if it happens again, she's going to have to get a court order to stop you seeing them all together.
She wouldn't dare. Not because of one night. Not one lousy night.
She said you'd done it before. She's worried about the children.
Really?
Look, I didn't ask to get involved, and I don't particularly want to.
What else did she tell you? That I'm an unfit father? That I beat my wife and kids? That's why she left?
Of course not.
Well, then, keep your nose out of my business, Mrs. Jackson.
Bloody hell. No, she only asked her to pass on a message, not to give her the managed history of all the managed years. You know what I mean?
Where have you been? Ferguson and Warner are waiting to be checked out.
I know that, Vera. I don't have to be told what to do all the time.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I spoke.
Oh, it's not you.
You and Greg haven't fallen out, have you? Do you want to talk about it?
It's just my own stupid fault for trying to do the right thing.
It's not one of the women, is it?
It's 2 words. Jim Fletcher.
What's he done?
Nothing. Apart from being rude, aggressive, and a total pain in the neck.
Well, I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen to me. Now, you wait and see. He's going to cause a lot more problems before he's finished.
Ah, it's good to get into something that doesn't scratch.
You look great, Monty.
What we're giving her, 2 episodes.
Wasted, I'm afraid.
You first, Warner.
3 tops.
Sign there. You've checked your belongings, haven't you?
I check them again, kid. You can't trust anyone around here.
And there, for your wages.
All right, Lynn?
Yep.
Yellow metal watch. I haven't forgot
Well,
that.
Vera, looks like the moment for sad goodbyes has come.
Sign there, Ferguson.
You know, you're the one screw I'd like to meet on equal ground outside this hole.
That's hardly likely, Ferguson. I don't mix with people like you.
Yeah, pity.
Now, sign there.
Hey, hang on a second. What's this lousy $15? I ought to be getting 69.
There's the account. Damages to the laundry and other prison equipment have been deducted.
Now, listen, I've slogged my guts out in that sweatbox for $5.75 a week, and you lot have gone and ripped me off $54. You're all crooks.
You're lucky to be getting anything after all the damage you've caused.
How are you getting to the city?
I'll catch the
Is she even
bus.
going to get out at all?
Thanks for everything, Mrs. Jackson.
All part of the job.
No, you've done more than just that. I won't forget it.
I still have no sympathy for Doreen. That's what she tried to do.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Lynn.
They're going to think she's money.
What do you reckon? It's 2 o'clock on the nose. That'll be Ferguson.
Should be easy to crack.
Righto, Vera. Let's take it from the top.
Oh.
What's this 20?
You can read. We had to replace an iron.
That iron wasn't worth $5.
You can argue all you like, Ferguson, but that's all you're getting and more than you deserve.
Well, a pure case of mistaken identity there. Now, I do want to say, because the shorts are no longer coming on this main channel, Beware of end spoilers. I know I've done a few in the past, but I try to avoid them if I can help it. On that channel, we'll also have the ending of the show in if needed. So be careful of those if any of my shorts appear, of Serenity Solo shorts. But yes, I didn't actually see that coming, if I'm honest with you. I should have done. We're both getting out at 2. I honestly thought money was going to be taken, she was going to kill one of them, and end up back inside. That's what I thought, but it looks like she's going to get away with the money while Lynn's being tortured, bless her. Or is Lynn going to kill one of them and she's going to end up back inside? Poor Lynn. She can't catch a bloody break, can she? Is she going to have any happiness? Can she get off with Jeffrey, please, and move off into the sunset somewhere? No, he gets a fantastic paid job on the business and she works with him and it's for him. Could be his wife. Yes, I didn't expect to see anything like that on a PG, if I'm honest with you. I thought it was going to be quite slow. Sign out. As I was saying, I thought this disc was going to run along a little bit slow. I thought this would have been setting up for when the age rating went back up and stuff like that. Now, Lynn is going to be absolutely testing her innocence. Has she got any ID inside her bag? I think she might have. Don't think she drove. What could she have? I don't know, a bus pass? I don't know. But they're not going to believe her. I hope she does get out of it alive. They did say no rough stuff, but you never know. If they really want that money, they'll do whatever it takes. At least Joyce is going to be safe and, well, actually they're going to get so peed off at this. What I think is going to happen is they're going to send someone in to get her. That's what I think. No sympathy for Doreen whatsoever though. I hope she saw the abduction, I really do. I don't know how far she walked down. I don't know if I'm surprised she wasn't allowed that close to the gate actually. But I hope they find out about Martha as well. I really do. I think her name's Martha. I'm sorry if she's not called Martha. They did it with the bill. Kept calling Notes Galloway all the bloody time for about 3 episodes. So I do apologise if that's not her name. But I do hope they find out about the sort her out in the way the prisoners do and the way they need to. But I am enjoying this and I hope you're enjoying it too. Thank you to all the loyal viewers that this show has. I really do appreciate it. I honestly do. Love you lots for watching these episodes. It doesn't do that well at all. I'm hoping more people come in and see it. This is evergreen content. Someone might dip into this episode 43 and go straight back to the first episode and work the way through. I'm hoping that happens at some point, but as for now, thank you so much. I really do honestly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed or followed to me so far, could I really beg of you to do so? That would really help me out too, whether on YouTube or Dailymotion, because Australians can only see this on Dailymotion, I'm afraid. I don't know what video got taken down. They never got back in touch with me, so if it is one of the prisoner ones, I apologise. But it is blocked on YouTube for you here. For all those who have followed or subscribed to me so far, thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate you. I love you lots for doing so. You're helping me out, you're helping my channel out, you're helping my mental health out. You honestly are. And to my Patreon members, who do get exclusive shows, which should be on a box on your screen right now, letting you know what they are. 8 per month right now, going up to 12 per month later this year. And I'm also thinking of doing a long running show as well, where Murder, She Wrote, Dallas and 2 other shows will be on until they run completely out of episodes. And then 2 Patreon choice days and commission days from Buy Me a Coffee. And also ad-free and uncensored early access as well to all my shows, so no blurs, no bleeps, nothing like that. But do check the tiers, which should be up now, letting you know exactly what you'll get out of them. It doesn't show them all, but you see the most important bits at the top. Because it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to give the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I love you lots, no matter what tier you are. So with that, I shall sign out now and move on to the next one, and I hope to see you there. Goodbye.